Shopping for a dental plan in California can be as confusing as trying to find the right health plan. Hello, I am Kevin Canals with InsureMeKevin.com, an independent insurance agent, and many of my clients would like to have dental insurance, and it can be confusing because there are a lot of different plans out there, and most of them work very well. You just have to kind of dig into the details. Today, I'm just going to focus on Delta Dental PPO plans that are offered to individuals and families. I'm not talking about Delta Dental for employer group coverage. And Delta Dental offers several marketing channels or enrollment channels, and that's where some of the confusion can pop up when you're trying to compare the different plans, because they're all slightly different with slightly different benefits and different rates as well. So looking at the Delta Dental plans, there are 3 enrollment channels. You can enroll direct with Delta Dental if you have your health insurance through Covered California. You may enroll in a Delta Dental PPO through Covered California. And then there is this third marketing channel offered through the Morgan White Group. The website is branded Insurance for Everyone, and those have several plans on there that are slightly different and may be a benefit to you. So if we look at the Delta Dental California PPO plans for individuals and families, and this is beginning for summer 2024, Delta Dental offers 2 plans direct. One they call the basic, and the other one is the premium. And the basic is, kind of what it sounds like. You can get cleanings, x-rays, exams, and coverage for fillings, maybe in an extraction, but nothing big like root canals or crowns or dentures or anything like that. And it has a maximum annual benefit of $1,000. Now, the maximum benefit, and all of the dental plans have them, is the most the dental plan will spend on your behalf, a member's behalf, during the year, 12 months. And when you have your cleanings and x-rays done, and maybe the dental plan picks up 100% of that, that goes towards meeting that maximum benefit. So $1,000 is okay, especially for someone who doesn't need a lot of dental work. But if there's a lot of things that keep coming up, things going wrong in your mouth like me, then sometimes you want a higher maximum benefit. The premium version, Delta Direct, has a $2,000 maximum benefit. The Covered California plans have a $1,500 maximum benefit. Now, the Morgan White Group plans, Gold has $1,000. The No Wait plan has a $2,000 benefit. The Platinum plan has a $2,500, and the Immediate Coverage plan has a $3,000 maximum benefit. Now, sometimes the rates and some of the stuff included in them will change, but if you enrolled in a particular plan today, they'll maintain all of the coverage benefits, into perpetuity. The rates may change on a monthly basis. One of the things that affects the rates the most is that annual benefit maximum. And so what I've done is I've plotted the maximum benefit versus the monthly premium. So you can see on the left-hand side the monthly premiums for an adult, and across the bottom is that annual maximum benefit. So at $1,000, we can see the Morgan White Group at $3,851, and that Delta Dental basic plan at $3,061, $1,500. That would be the $55 Covered California plan. Now, the Covered California plans will have varying rates depending on where you live in California. So the rates can be anywhere from $50 a month to $55 a month from what I have seen. The $2,000 benefit, you can see the Delta Dental Direct Premium is $68, and then a little bit $50 for the Morgan White Group. But you can see the trend line is as the maximum benefit goes up to the highest level of $3,000, the monthly rate also increases. Now, that is a big driver of the rates, but there's also what is covered, what the dental plans will pay for. And this, what I'm going through, is not a comprehensive list. So you'll always want to dive in, especially if you have particular issues, periodontal issues. You'll want to find out exactly what the coverage is, if it is covered at all. But looking at the overall plans here, now this is the waiting period before the plan shares in the cost of the dental service. Now, the waiting period doesn't mean how long you must wait before you can have a service done. The waiting period is how long you must wait before Delta Dental will share in the cost of that dental service. So, for example, minor restoration with some of the plans, you have to wait 6 months. If you need a filling at 3 months, you can get the filling done and pay the in-network cost when you're using an in-network dentist, and they'll charge you the contracted rate. Just that Delta Dental won't pay anything towards lowering the cost of that service until you have met the waiting period of 6 months. So for the Delta Dental Direct Basic, 6 months for minor restoration, but because they're not covering any major stuff, it doesn't apply. The premium, 6 months for minor restoration, and then you have to wait 12 months for the larger things: crowns, root canals, sometimes extractions, implants, and if the plan has orthodontia, you have to wait 12 months. Covered California, which is kind of nice, it has a 6-month waiting period for the major restoration. I did notice that Covered California does not cover implants on that Delta Dental plan. The Morgan White Group Gold, there's no waiting period for diagnostic and minor, 12 months for major. The no wait plan, you can get some help with some of those major services right away. Platinum plan, you have to wait 12 months for major restoration. And on the immediate coverage plan, you can get some help right out of the box. But some of those plans don't have orthodontia. So if you're not interested in orthodontia, you'd probably want to stay away from a plan, because that's one of the things that will push up the cost of the plan, is if they may be paying for braces, orthodontia, on your behalf. But let's look at the cost sharing, because that will also have a big impact on the rates. So for the Delta Dental Direct Basic and Premium and the Covered California, you pay $0 for the diagnostic and preventive. That's cleanings, x-rays, and exams right off the bat. On the minor restoration, you have to wait 6 months for the direct and premium plans before they will share in the cost. On major restoration, you can see for the premium plan, when those services are covered, they won't cover anything with the Delta Direct Premium plan for the first 12 months, but in the second year, that's when they cover 50%. And then you can see the Covered California, 50% for major restorative services after 6 months, which is a good deal, And the Covered California plans also have a maximum out of pocket for children, which you don't normally see in dental plans. You have a maximum benefit, but not a maximum out of pocket. So the Covered California plans can be nice if you are in there, and that's how you get your health insurance. Now, the Morgan White groups are interesting. They have a progressive cost sharing structure. And that means the longer you are enrolled in the plan, the better the cost sharing is, the more Delta Dental will cover for the services. You are rewarded for persistency, meaning you persist in the enrollment in the plan. You just don't get in, have some stuff done, and then drop it. And that also means the rates are slightly lower. But let's look at major restoration. On the gold plan, you have to wait 12 months, and then they cover 50%. But if you go with the immediate plan, they will cover 50% in the first year. So right off the bat. Minor restoration, on the immediate plan, they're going to cover 60%, you pay 40%. The second year, they're going to pay 70% of the cost, you pay 30%. Then in the third year, it's like all of the other plans. They will pay 80% and you pay 20% for that filling. And they also have that graduated or progressive cost sharing for diagnostic and preventive. So you can see how that could be an issue for some people, but you will get some help, especially if you are using an in-network dentist. And some of the plans do have a maximum benefit for orthodontia. But then, look at the rate. So that immediate plan where you're getting 50% for like bridges and dentures, $66 a month. But if you want an implant, you would need to go to the no wait plan, and that's going to cover 50% in the first year. Now, implants are expensive, and that no wait plan has, I believe, a $2,000 maximum benefit, so it's not going to cover a ton of it. But it has a relatively low monthly premium compared to the Delta Dental Direct premium plan. But the Delta Dental Direct plan, the premium, they also cover some things that the no wait plan may not cover. That's why you have to get into the details, find out what's really, really important to you. Going back to that annual maximum benefit, you can see why the Morgan White Group Insurance for Everyone monthly rates are a little bit lower. And it's because of that progressive cost sharing. They're not paying like some of the other plans, covering 80% of minor restoration within 6 months. You'll have to wait for that. So there's some savings to Delta Dental. But again, if you persist in the plan, it will be the same. And the rates, as far as I've been tracking, and I've been representing this Morgan White Group Insurance for Everyone for several years, and the rates do go up, but they're still not as high as direct with Delta Dental or Covered California. So you will always consistently be paying a lower rate for a higher, potentially higher maximum benefit. So, but dental insurance is still a cost out of your pocket. So you have to look at all the things that you may need, some of the things you have ongoing, to see where it all falls and if it is within your budget. If you have any questions or comments, you may leave those down below and I will do my best to answer them. I will have a blog post on this so you can download the summary of benefits to see what dental services are covered or excluded with some of these different plans, because Delta Dental has a good reputation and you just need to know how the plan works to maximize it. Otherwise, for InsureMeKevin.com, I'm Kevin Canals.